Living a selfless life means putting others' needs, well-being, and growth before your desires, comfort, or gain. It's a way of life rooted in love, humility, compassion, and sacrifice. A selfless person doesn't just think about how much they can get, but rather how much they can give, not necessarily in material ways, but through time, support, presence, and purpose. Using the story of Jesus Christ as an example, of the most powerful examples of a selfless life is found in the story of Jesus Christ. Whether someone believes in him religiously or views his story from a moral or philosophical perspective, his life demonstrates a radical kind of selflessness. Here are a few ways that show selflessness. 1. Serving others instead of seeking status. Jesus could have surrounded himself with power, fame, or political influence, but he didn't. Instead, he walked with the poor, the sick, the outcasts, and those society had rejected. He washed his disciples' feet, a task considered lowly, to show that greatness is found in serving, not being served. The Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. Matthew 20:28. 2. Teaching love. Even for enemies, Jesus preached loving not only your neighbors, but also your enemies. That kind of love requires denying the instinct to protect oneself or seek revenge. It's a deeply selfless principle, wishing good even for those who harm you. 3. Healing and helping with no strings attached. He healed the sick, gave sight to the blind, fed the hungry, and raised the dead, not to gain fame, but out of compassion. Many of the people he helped couldn't do anything in return for him. That's selflessness, giving with no expectation of getting back. 4. The cross. The ultimate sacrifice. The most powerful symbol of Jesus' selfless life is his death. He allowed himself to be crucified not because he had to, but because he chose to take on the suffering of others. In Christian belief, he died for the sins of humanity, offering reconciliation between God and people. Whether seen spiritually or symbolically, the act was about laying down one's life so others might live. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. John 15:13. So, what does it mean for us? Living a selfless life doesn't mean becoming a doormat or never thinking about your own needs. It means choosing others in small ways and big ones. It means 1. Listening more than speaking. 2. Giving more than taking. 4. Helping when it's inconvenient. 5. Loving when it costs something. Jesus' life is a model of that kind of love in action. Selflessness isn't weakness, it's one of the strongest, most countercultural ways a person can live. Now, let's bring that idea of selflessness down to earth and see what it looks like today in the real world. Living selflessly isn't just about the big, dramatic sacrifices. It's often about the small, daily choices that show love, humility, and generosity. In relationships, selflessness in relationships doesn't mean losing yourself. It means being present and willing to put someone else's needs ahead of your own. Sometimes. Examples? Listening deeply when your friend or a partner is struggling, even if you're tired or distracted. Forgiving instead of holding grudges, even when you're right. Supporting someone else's dreams, even if it means putting your plans on hold for a bit. Choosing patience over proving a point in conflict. Acts of service. Helping out without needing to be asked or expecting praise. It's choosing love and understanding over ego. That's powerful. In careers. Selflessness in your career doesn't mean you never look out for your own growth, but it does mean you consider how your work serves others, not just yourself. Examples. 1. Mentoring a coworker, even if it doesn't benefit your promotion path. 2. Choosing integrity over advancement, like speaking up for someone being treated unfairly. 3. Taking responsibility when something goes wrong instead of blaming others. 4. Make extra effort to make a client or teammate's life easier. 5. Using your skills to help causes or people who can't pay you back. Selflessness at work builds trust, respect, and real leadership in everyday life. This is where selflessness can really shine in the small, unseen stuff. Examples. 1. Helping a stranger carry their groceries or holding the door. 2. Letting someone cut in line when they're clearly in a rush. 3. Checking in on a neighbor who might be lonely, for volunteering time or donating without needing credit. 5. Being kind even when you're having a rough day. It's about choosing others even in the moments when no one's watching. That's the kind of love Jesus modeled, that quiet strength. Selflessness doesn't mean self-neglect. Quick but important note. Being selfless doesn't mean forgetting your own needs. Even Jesus rested, prayed alone, and took care of his soul. You can't pour from an empty cup. Healthy selflessness includes boundaries, rest, and wisdom. Finally, selflessness isn't flashy. It won't always get applause. But it does change the world one relationship, one act, one choice at a time. In a world full of noise and ego, selflessness stands out like a light in the dark. Please follow us, comment, like, and share our videos for more life-inspiring content. See you in the next video.